André, bom dia. Você me ouve claramente?
Sim, perfeitamente. Bom dia, Ana. Obrigado pela oportunidade.
A partir de agora, vamos falar só em inglês, tudo bem?
Let's switch it up. I'll ask you some questions about the topics we usually cover with basic level students. First, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, a bit excited, maybe a little nervous, but that's normal before an interview.
Absolutely normal. To begin, could you introduce yourself as you would in a basic English class?
Sure. Hello, my name is Andre. I am 35 years old. I am Brazilian. I live in Florianopolis with my wife and my 2 children. I don't have brothers or sisters. I work as an English teacher, and I like to drink milk with my breakfast. I would say something like that.
Excellent, very clear. And how would you describe your home to a beginner student?
I would say, I live in an apartment. It is not small, it is 100 square meters. It has a living room, a kitchen, bathrooms, and bedrooms. I live with my family. It is comfortable and I like it.
Perfect. Now let's talk about places and directions. Imagine a student asks you, "Excuse me, where is the bank?" How would you teach them to respond?
I would show them simple options like, the bank is on the left, or the bank is next to the supermarket, or go straight and turn right. I would keep the vocabulary very basic so they feel confident.
Good approach. Can you give me an example of how you might describe a neighborhood?
Sure. There is a supermarket near my house. There is a restaurant across the street. There is a school behind the park. I like to use simple landmarks when teaching.
Nice. Now, can you describe a place connected to your daily life?
Yes. My favorite cafe is close to my apartment. It has small tables, warm lighting, and good coffee. I sometimes go there in the morning after breakfast, especially when I want a quiet moment to prepare my lessons.
Great. Let's move to weather and seasons. What's the weather like today?
Today it's cold, but it's not too uncomfortable. It's one of those chilly days where you definitely need a jacket, but it's still manageable.
Now talk about an activity you enjoy doing in summer.
In summer, I like to go to the beach with my family. I also like to swim because the weather is hot. With basic students, I keep the sentences short and clear.
And how about winter? What do you usually wear?
In winter, I wear a jacket, long pants, and closed shoes. If it is very cold, I might say, I wear a coat. But in my city, winter is not extremely cold, so a jacket is often enough.
Perfect. Now let's move to health and the body. How would you introduce body parts to beginners?
I would start with simple vocabulary: head, arms, legs, hands, feet. Then I'd use simple phrases like, this is my head, these are my arms, these are my legs.
Good. And if a student says, I am tired, how would you guide them to talk about how they feel?
I would teach them how to say things like, I am sick, I have a headache, I have a stomachache, I am not feeling well. I also encourage them to use gestures to help communication.
Now imagine you are explaining a visit to the doctor.
I might say, I go to the doctor. I say, hello, I don't feel well. The doctor asks, what is the problem? I say, I have a headache. The doctor gives me medicine. Very simple, step by step.
Very good. Now let's talk about shopping. How do you teach students to ask for prices?
I teach them to say, how much is this? And how much does it cost? Then I give examples with numbers, like it is $10 or it is $25.
And what do you usually buy in a clothing store?
I say, I buy shirts, pants, jackets, and shoes. I show pictures because visual support helps beginners a lot.
Good idea. Now imagine you are teaching them to order something in a cafe.
I would model, I want a coffee, please, or I would like a sandwich, please. And I give them options, small, medium, large.
Let's now focus on colors and clothes. How would you describe what you are wearing today?
I am wearing a white shirt, a dark gray suit, dark gray pants, and black shoes. I try to show them the colors clearly by pointing.
Very clear. And how would you explain clothing styles?
I use examples, formal clothes, suit, tie, dress shoes. Casual clothes, t-shirt, jeans, sneakers. Students quickly understand because these are familiar words.
Right. And what kind of clothes do you wear in summer?
In summer, I wear shorts, t-shirts, and light shoes. Because it is hot, I choose light clothes.
Perfect. Now let's talk again about the job you are applying for. These classes will be online, 1 hour long, with a maximum of 10 students. You will have schedule flexibility. Can you explain your available times in English?
Yes, I can work in the morning starting at 7 a.m., or in the afternoon starting at 1 p.m., or at night starting at 7 p.m. I like that the schedule is flexible.
And why do you think online classes are important today?
Because many students want to improve their speaking skills for job interviews or to communicate with people online. Speaking has become more important, so online classes give them access from anywhere.
Exactly. And what would you do to make a beginner student feel comfortable speaking?
I speak slowly, I smile, I use simple questions like what is your name? Where are you from? And I encourage them to repeat after me. I also create small dialogues so they can practice real situations.
How do you handle a shy student who is afraid of speaking?
I give them more time, offer yes or no questions first, and celebrate small successes. I want them to feel safe. Confidence grows little by little.
Excellent answer. Now let's pretend I am a beginner student. I will ask you questions, and you answer as if you were demonstrating the correct way. Ready?
Ready.
Teacher Andre, how is the weather today?
It's cold today.
Where do you live?
I live in Florianopolis.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
No, I don't. I don't have brothers or sisters.
What do you like to eat for breakfast?
I like to drink milk and eat bread for breakfast.
Where is the supermarket?
The supermarket is across the street.
How do you feel today?
I feel good.
Wonderful. Now I want you to create a mini dialogue that two students could practice about buying clothes.
Sure. Student 1. Hello. How much is this shirt? Student 2. It is $50. Student 1. What color is it? Student 2. It is blue. Student 1. I want it. Please. Student 2. Okay.
Very good, simple and natural. Let's continue. What activities do you enjoy doing with your children?
We like to play board games at home. We also enjoy going to the park when the weather is good. Sometimes we read books together. They love when I make silly voices for the characters.
That sounds lovely. And do you think personal topics like family help beginners connect more with the lessons?
Absolutely. When students talk about their families, their homes, and their daily routines, they use vocabulary that feels meaningful. It helps them learn faster.
I agree. Now, before we finish, I want to ask about your teaching style. How do you plan a 1-hour group lesson for beginners?
I like to divide the lesson into small parts. A short warm-up, maybe asking simple questions. Vocabulary introduction using images. Controlled practice with repetition. A simple speaking activity in pairs or small groups. And a quick review at the end. This structure keeps beginners focused and gives them confidence.
Excellent structure. And how do you adapt to different learning speeds within the same group?
I give stronger students extra sentences to practice and offer more guided support to the ones who struggle. I also use breakout moments or quick individual checks to balance the pace.
Well, Andre, this has been a very complete conversation. You demonstrated knowledge of all the basic level topics, used clear language, and showed confidence. Do you have any final comments?
Just that I'm excited to start teaching. I enjoy working with beginners, and I like helping them feel confident. Thank you for your time and for the chance to show my abilities.
Obrigado, André. Vou te enviar o resultado final em breve. Tenha um ótimo resto de dia e se mantenha aquecido com todo esse frio.
Obrigado, Ana. Tenha um ótimo dia também.